Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Plant-Based
Bros.
I am Anthony, as you know, here with the one and only.
Your boy, it's Miguel. How we doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to a long-awaited third episode. We thank you for your patience, everyone. We thank you for your external support. You know, there's external sources of, people showing love.
Yeah.
Just shouting out, talking it, Yeah, for sure.
100%.
But, we're excited to bring you another episode today. Just get straight into it, just vibing out. We just want to, just chop it up about what's been going on in our lives, what kind of insight we could give with, our experience, our day-to-day of, the new seasons of life, if you will,
Poetic.
For sure. But, how you doing today, man?
Dude, brother, we're vibing. Everything is great. Everything is great. Had a nice little session of b-ball this morning.
We did indeed.
Not to...
Some basketball.
Not to, do my own horn here or anything like that, but,
Came down to the last point.
Came down to the last bucket.
Gucci bucket.
I had to dig. Talk about resiliency a lot at work these days. Like, you fall 7 times, baby, you get up 8. A little Japanese proverb I learned. So I was like, you know what, brother? And hit a couple shots in a row. He was cooking me. I was cooked. I was stir-fried. But you know what? Came down to it. Hit 2 bucks in a row. And that was the game. Set match, 2 in a row.
It's always good to hit some nice recreational activity, huh? You know
what I'm saying? Recreational activities. That's jokes. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's honestly, I think fun, playing b-ball is an awesome thing of cardio. I love how we're just hopping right in, but also we have to give a shout, and we'll give a little structure of what everything's gonna come to follow.
For sure.
But just off the top of the dome, kind of just diving in, being excited, being back and stuff like that. We've been going good amount of times since the pod. Yeah. To play some busy baseball, baby.
Baseball. That's very true. Yeah.
And it's been
kind of made it a tradition.
Absolute blast.
It has.
Shout out all the homies that have come out and played.
Right.
Coach John. Out here, we're fielding grounders.
Coach John, one of the founding fathers.
One of the founding fathers of the fundamentals of baseball. Coach John comes out with us every time we play. Dude. He's an absolute legend. Just motivates me. Throws his BP.
Anything. Right.
Bucket. We're swinging. We're hitting dingers. Well, Ant's hitting dingers, and I'm hitting the top of the fence, but we're going to get a dinger.
We're getting to talk about the progression.
Dude, honestly, though, I have so much fun because it's like, I just remember being a kid and pitching a lot in the league,
absolutely.
And I liked it. So I feel like I had the accuracy. I was pretty decent. Right?
It's fun getting out there,
right? It was great, but then just throwing BP and stuff, I'm throwing pretty accurate, and then I'm seeing the boys just hit it. So I'm like, all right, this is lit.
Yeah, no, it's definitely fun. There's no
pressure.
Yeah, pressure or just the feeling that you have to do something specific. You just kind of go out there, hang out, just do whatever, hit some BP.
No, for sure. Baseball's definitely one of those high pressure sports. I mean, you definitely play at the varsity level and stuff. If let's say a man's on base and stuff, you have to come up and do your job. It's not like another teammate's gonna hit. It's you in the box, right? So it might generate a lot of stress.
Dude, there's a bunch.
And dude, it's quite the mind battle. So baseball is it's almost like a chess game. Just watching people play chess. It's so tactical. And it's really interesting, honestly. Yeah, we've been watching a lot of Yankee games. And
it comes down to
fans ever since we've been kids, and it's been lit.
Right. Yeah, it comes down to some cool sports psychology. Honestly, there's a lot of there's a lot of just different mindsets that you could have that professional athletes could be considering while they're in game in scenarios, and then that could just affect their performance. I'm taking a sports psychology class right now online, and it's kind of been talking about different avenues like that, motivational self-efficacy, which is your your own motivational level and the belief that you have in your own specific self.
That's interesting
because that'll take you far, man.
No,
seriously.
That's true. What you saying that reminds me of just UFC, Rose Namajunas, when she comes out and says I'm the best and stuff. That makes sense. Mantras, Sugar Sean saying too fast, too quick. But seeing how her mantra and how she comes out saying that she's the best and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. So that's kind of fire how you say that.
Yeah, for sure. And it comes down to so many different mindsets that these athletes have. Everyone's so individual in how they think, but then and it's interesting as well to see an athlete that's playing in their own self sport versus team athletes as well. You gotta be able to work yeah, you got to be able to work, learn how to work around others' ideologies. Probably a lot more in team settings and stuff. And it's kind of interesting. Like as you grow older, it must be, a little interesting.
Quite the mind battle. Quite the mind battle. You kind of have to be very mentally strong. Have a lot of mental fortitude and initiative to kind of feel like you're the best, have the confidence that you're the best, and train like you're the absolute best and stuff like that. So that's pretty interesting. And that's definitely it's a pretty killer mindset. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But kind of diving into what we're gonna dive into today.
Yeah.
A couple days ago, the boy turned 25.
That's right.
Very, very dope. Very grateful. Very blessed to see him.
If you're listening, people, if you're on YouTube, drop a comment. Drop a little happy birthday.
A little thumbs up. Drop a little subscribe.
Yeah, and if you're listening on Spotify, Apple, download the episode. Give it a like. Give it a like.
Give it stars. Whatever the case may be. Show some more love. That's all I'm asking. But really, seriously, all the people that show some love, I do appreciate you guys. All the messages, all the love. It was definitely, I feel it, man, and it's definitely very heartfelt.
Very nice.
A lot of love for all those people, a lot of appreciation, and hope all those people are doing well and just living it up to the absolute fullest and just doing what makes them happy. So that's really lit.
That's what it's all about.
But yeah, I think we were going to talk about that a little bit, and then what did you want to get into as well?
Yeah, I mean, you've been
grinding. You've been grinding.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk about that.
Yeah, no, we'll get into that, but I want to ask you. I mean, you just turned 25 now, so there's a lot. 25 years on this earth it's interesting,
Yeah, it's pretty.
I think one of the coolest things is we can kind of see our own mind develop and how we see our thought processes change, 100%. And so I just want to ask you, what are two things that you could point out that have just stuck out to you as you've gone through these 25 years of just experiences and stuff?
Two things. And we didn't talk about this before, so he's kind of put me on the spot here. So this is pretty interesting.
Yeah, just
that's actually really insightful. Two things. That kind of I've learned about myself in a way, or kind of just
anything that you kind of just hold true to your kind of day to day.
Okay, you know what? That's a good shout. Things that I developed for my day to day as I've gotten older, as I've gotten more
relationships that you've gone
for sure.
With
everything. Yeah. So definitely. I think and shout out the wife. The wife's always been a big person ever since I met her. From when we started dating, she's always been a big routine person.
That's good.
Always established really good routines. Had a routine with journaling, manifesting, meditation, and she really put me on to what structure can really do for you, what routine can really do for you. So all right, interesting. Right on. As I've gotten older, I've been with her since I was 21 years old. So nice. Now being 25 and being with her for so long and seeing how well she's been able to maintain a routine, even throughout her pregnancy. Now her maintaining this routine, it's inspired me. Every morning I wake up in the morning. All right, cool. I'm gonna do this at this hour. Wake up, get my little routine going, and it makes me feel, accomplished. I'm already starting the day off with a little dub. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm doing what I need to do.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm starting off on the right foot. I'm doing a lot of good things. I've been doing a great job with time management. Time management.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I've been happy with my own self as well. Yeah.
100%. So I guess the first thing would be, the discipline to establish a routine, right? Because you can say a lot of things, but actions without words.
Right.
Words without actions are just words, right? So you gotta back up. You gotta back up what you're saying, talk the talk, walk the walk, right? But with that being said, right, discipline has been a big thing. So discipline has been the biggest thing. I mean, it was something that I was very big on as a kid doing martial arts. I was very lucky and fortunate to achieve a junior black belt. Before we moved to Florida.
Cool.
No, it was super cool. I loved it so much, dude. And I'm probably getting into some sort of jujitsu.
That would be really cool. That would be so dope.
Yeah, it'll be super dope. But really backtracking to discipline. Discipline, not only has it helped me with establishing the routine, establishing my time management, because I think it kind of all falls under the umbrella of discipline, right? Having the discipline to time management, the discipline to eat right, the discipline to follow this vegan diet that we've been following for a couple of years, plant-based bros. That's really where this whole thing was established, right? Where that whole thing came from, and that's where this all stemmed from with our ability to be disciplined to keep this going, right? And even the discipline, we haven't been on a couple episodes, right? But we're still here. Third episode, and we're going to keep on going, and we're not stopping until we're dropping, you know what I'm saying? So having the discipline, to come out and put the work, and of course the biggest thing to me that I've established in terms of routine and things that stand out to me, and you can attest this because you see me bring it with me and stuff like that, is for the past 2 years I've kept a journal of all my workouts.
Yeah.
I write out what my workouts are, what I'm doing, what weight, and I have seen a lot of progression. And we'll post some pics to the Instagram and stuff like that. Make sure you give us a follow, link in the description, and all the descriptions and all that stuff. And we'll drop a little at the end of the episode.
Absolutely.
But we'll say the discipline to log what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right? To hold myself accountable. Yeah. And it's really changed my life in the way that I view life and the way that I'm able to maneuver when the going gets tough, right? Being resilient, like I mentioned earlier, it helps me kind of, weather the storm. It's the poncho, the umbrella, the rain jacket, the Four Seasons kind of jacket,
Absolutely.
The Gore-Tex jacket that gets you through, the little North Face jacket that gets you through. So I think number one would definitely be discipline. So discipline would be like the number one thing for me. Second thing really is just, I think, off the top of my dome, I think it's like having trust in yourself and those around you, right? So like trusting yourself as in like, okay, I trust myself to make the right decisions for myself, for my family, for whatever I have going on. If I need to take the decision to have a rest day, taking that decision. If I want to go ahead and hang out with the homies, making sure that I do that, right? Yeah. Checking in with people. It doesn't matter if people aren't reaching out to you first. You be that first person. You be that light that you want to see in life, right? Sometimes you can't just expect things. A lot of times you expect things, right?
That's
and they're just empty expectations, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
true.
If you really put it into perspective, it's like, man, I really should just trust myself, right? And be okay with these feelings. If I feel this, all right, cool. If it's something that I'm not wanting to feel, I can move past it because I know what it takes to make me feel better. I was in a little bit of a slump.
Hey.
All I had to do was hit the gym a couple days in a row, and it's back to normal. We're feeling good, like normal. You know, we get back to it. So there's those things that we know that can help us get out of it, and it's trusting ourselves.
Right, and it's definitely okay to stumble. And I just want to quickly mention, it's okay to kind of fall out of that path that you're so set on sometimes. Like, and it's very easy for, like, if we're busy, if we're caught up in just the flow of life of 100%. Just, we have this to do, we have, a bunch of different things. It's very easy to get caught up in seeing those things for, like, oh, like I have to get this done, and then you can dread it even, and like I've been plenty of times kind of like that. But the thing is, like, once you can kind of realize that your perspective is gonna be the creation of your day to day, genuinely, like the way you can view each thought is gonna then shift and shape really how you move past each thing that's thrown at you, because 100%. You're going throughout most of each day like not knowing what to expect. 100%. And a lot of times it's very easy to have that, that fear of things. But, I just want to say, like, a very cool thing I heard that once I heard it was, you could have that feeling of fear and really kind of change it into an excitement. And I'm not the original source of that. Right. And I'll probably plug maybe where I did find that from. But, that's a big thing, It's
interesting. That's very interesting,
But go ahead, back on
to... No, for sure. No, it's very interesting what you say. Yeah, I mean, I myself, I've struggled with being, like, extremely hard on myself and, like, criticizing myself almost, right? Like, sometimes we can be our biggest supporters, we can also be our biggest critics.
Absolutely.
And, sometimes it's important to shut off that critic, because why? It's not necessary.
Right.
There's no need to really be hard on yourself, right? Because you know what you're doing in your day-to-day. You don't have to remind yourself. Exactly. And you don't have to prove to anyone what you're doing, right? If you know you're going through it and you need to take that rest, you take that rest, you relax. And then when you're ready, when you're mentally ready to get back to it, you get back to it, right?
And you go harder than you did before.
100%. And then and you reach new echelons, and that's how you reach new levels, right?
Right.
Really responding to how you get knocked out, how you respond, how you words, right?
Right, yeah.
How you respond to getting knocked down, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
How you pick yourself back up. Words are hard sometimes,
Yeah, no, it's so funny. I always, like, make jokes about...
No, dude, I do it all the time. Life's a simulation, bro. Sometimes we just glitch.
Right. Yeah, there it is. We just glitch, you know what I mean?
Plus, it's always fun. A little ASMR, a little boo.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What's that?
But that second thing really having to do with trust, right? Like, just trusting yourself.
I like that.
Not only with trusting yourself, but trusting those around you, right? Like, a lot of people, a lot of times, like, and even I've been guilty of it, right? Like, giving advice to people and being like, oh, they gotta take that advice, and then you put so much weight on it, and then when they don't follow that advice, you're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
It's like frustrating almost, right?
It's kind of a ramble in the mind. It really is. It's like, oh.
But a lot of times it's really wasted energy.
Right.
It's there's not really a reason for us to, like, see it that way, right? Like, at times we just have to be okay with what's out of our control, right?
Absolutely.
What we can control It's giving that advice, giving our 2 cents, and if people want to follow it, cool. And if they don't want to follow it, that's fine, right?
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
just doing your part as a friend, right? You're putting in your 2 cents because you care about a person, and that's what you do, right? So you trust the person, right? You trust that circle around you. You trust those people you give advice to, that you give love, kindness, and appreciation to, right? To do the right things, right? To follow the path that they need to follow, right? Everyone's the main character in their own story.
Yeah.
So they follow along that path, and they keep doing them, and you just have trust in them to keep doing them.
Yeah.
And then you have trust in yourself to just keep doing you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think those are really two great things that you could take every day, keep improving.
Yeah.
We don't really have it all figured out.
No, not at all.
So it's you go along, just going along the journey and just kind of doing what you can do, staying in, you're kind of having that tunnel vision of just having that focus of, even if others have like negative energy around you, it's like, it might be really hard to knock it off and just not let it touch you. But the thing is, you could have that mental fortitude and just really push through, like not letting such a negative headspace or, thought of mine, take you down or get you out of your own flow. Because like it's very easy to do that. And that's another big thing, with what your surroundings are. Like a lot of times we think we can't, change our surroundings.
That's
we think
so
what we've been in is the
we're
only
stuck.
thing.
Yeah, that we're
right, and like
mud. That's really
we could throw ourselves
Oh,
for such a loop, you know what I mean? Like we could just keep being like a cycle of like, why am I like feeling so down, or just like,
so true.
kind of sometimes it's important to take that step back and see kind of like just the steps of, all right, I'm doing this. How do I feel about that? I'm doing this. How do I feel about that? Just analyze your stuff, like,
That's
and then kind of you see what's the basis of why you're feeling. Yeah,
the slump.
Stuff
You
like
perfectly
that.
described a slump.
Yeah.
Being in a slump, getting out of the slump. Perfectly described.
Yeah.
Perfectly described from start to finish, dude. That was super, super well said.
Cool, man.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Yeah. No, that's so true, man.
Brilliant to see you.
I mean, and it's like the trust and the discipline go hand in hand.
Yeah,
You have to have the discipline to continue to trust yourself throughout everything,
Yeah.
But I kind of want to, give a little alley-oop, throw the ball to you, give you a little assist here.
Hey.
Dude, you've been grinding.
I have. Yeah,
You've
it's
been
been about
grinding classes.
a month of grinding classes. My
Grinding
internship as well. Yeah.
Dude,
Been super
you
cool.
gotta listen. First things first.
Right. What's up?
Condolences to the Queen. You know what I'm saying?
Condolences to the
royal
Queen.
family.
Legitimately,
Absolute
yeah, for sure.
legend of the world, the Queen.
Sweetheart.
100%.
Absolutely.
Now, so Ant here, he's doing some cool stuff at his internship. He's meeting people. He's greeting people. He's motivating them.
Absolutely.
He's getting them going. This man gets a microphone going. Gets some bops going.
Yeah, I just got on the microphone because it's a group fitness place.
Yes, sir.
And it's just kickbacks. Go ahead.
100%. You're good. You're good. I'm just excited. I got the music playing. I'm envisioning Ant on the mic right now. So for his internship, as we've mentioned, Ant's an exercise science major. Very brilliant guy. In his last year of the program, going to be looking at some master's programs here soon, and we'll talk about that here in not the future, really. We can talk about that here in a little bit. Yes, in the near future, per se, 100%. But really, a lot of the things that entails Ant's internship now is a lot of group fitness things. Giving people the right cues, making sure that they're doing the right things, and kind of just being like their right-hand man, their workout guru to kind of help them out, right? So,
and working with other professionals at the same time. That's 100%. Like one of the things that makes this place so special. Like, instead of like the one-on-one, well, you're doing that one-on-one, but it's like you're working with about 3 of the other 4 coaches at the same time. And it's like you all could just feed off each other's energies, or, work together, it's all brilliant minds.
That's very cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's very cool. But yeah, like I was saying with him doing the whole group fitness stuff and stuff like that, so he's getting on the mic and he's leading classes, so he's playing some cool music in the background, getting going. DMX songs playing, and this is a story he told me the other day, so he's going. DMX.
This is the first time I got on the mic to lead a class.
Got the whole class in front of him, probably like 6 Lisas in the crowd. He's going bop, 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 right? He's doing his thing, right? DMX song starts playing. He goes, you know what? RP DMX. You know what? R.I.P. the Queen too, you feel?
Shout it out.
Beat drop comes out, boom, boom. Everybody's getting money, working out.
Go.
Getting big. What's it been like, man? What's it been like working with those fitness professionals like you mentioned? What's it been like just learning, meeting these people, and kind of just expanding your knowledge in the exercise world?
It's been so, like, beneficial to, like, my own improvement, just my own learning. I set out the own self goal for myself to just be as big as a sponge that I can just before I even started. And like I like saying, having that little bit of fear of like the unknown before you start. And it's like I kind of had a little bit of that, but once you get into it, you get comfortable after, right? You get it, comfortable. You dip your feet in the water and stuff like that. It's been really cool. It's like it's a very open environment, willing for like to learn and stuff. Like they're very willing to let me get some experience and get in there and show them. And if there's something I don't specifically cue or like I might miss out, like I always try to take my time to realize, all right, how is this actually a professional who's certified, who's gotten their stuff already, right? Like, how did I actually give them the cue? What did I miss to give? And like
kind of how they communicate their verbiage,
absolutely,
kind of the. Because like there's like with any job really, like you can be like a professional for something and there's always that jargon that is like specific to the profession,
right?
So it must be interesting seeing how like what words they use to communicate.
Right.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, no, and even just how they communicate, like you're saying. So like interpersonal skills have been so it's been a great development of that in just a month. Cool. I'll say. It's like
that's awesome.
I got back into the flow of just, greeting people, meeting people, seeing, familiar faces, saying hi to them.
Heck yeah, that's
and
sick.
kind of even like now making, friendly relationships with the patient or with the clients and stuff like that.
Inside jokes. Like that, we have patient
it feels different.
I mean, like honestly, like physical therapy, same thing.
Right.
Like, I mean, honestly, it could be someone that's doing like a group class that's rehabbing. So yeah, technically.
Oh yeah, but
it's all the same.
They're just the clients and stuff like that. But it's cool, just like building inside jokes or just dancing when you see them and just kind of giving them, feeding off their energy. Like that's one of the things I love is just like you have a group of people who are all there at the same time, and it might be very bright early in the morning. Like there's about 7 classes ran from 5 to 10. Right, so it's like 7 classes are hit in that time span. It's just like so cool to see all these people come in the morning. Yeah,
high
just
energy, huh?
come high. Yeah, like that 5 a.m. class goes.
Because it's like you're gonna be in there early. You're already up. You might be a little groggy, but you're like, damn.
You got like 20 other people around you.
Yeah, dude.
It's like people are warming up,
and
you got stations just busting through, just going. It's like it's just so cool.
Some good vibes.
Oh my gosh, I think that's my favorite thing of it. You got good music going. You're. Like if you're on the mic, you're giving that kind of
positive energy.
It's such positive environment. It's something that is just such cool. I don't know. It's just such a cool stirring pot, I guess, of just a bunch of different things all poured in. Such smart individuals and just that, like making that connection with people that you don't know and relating to them. Having a personal ability, right? We're just human at the end of the day. 100%. Like sometimes we kind of get so caught up in our own mind, and I've been there myself where it's like we overthink like if I say this I don't want to like
for sure
impose
overthink what the conversation is,
right? But it's like at the end of the day, if you're being true to yourself and you're just trying to make trusting yourself, exactly like you said, and making a connection to a new person, just being there. It's a really cool thing. I think it's been one of my favorite things at the internship so far. I'm very grateful as well for just 100%. The whole opportunity.
Yeah, that's super interesting that you say that, because like, I mean, it's a very like, you hear it every now and then, but it's a very true thing, right? You never know what someone's going through. You never know what a hello can mean to someone, right?
Absolutely.
Good morning. Yeah. It goes a long way, right? Learning someone's name goes a long way. I once read this book, like How to Win Friends and Influence People. One of the main things it talked about, very interesting book from like the 1920s. Like a very thing, like this person would go around and like he would basically talk in, I think his name is like, don't get me if I don't really remember. I think that's like something Clark, but I'll look it up, and if anything, we'll just put it in the description of the episode and stuff like that. Put on the little like thumbnail thing, how you do the awesome timestamps and stuff. But in that book, it mentioned how he would go to seminars and teach people these people skills and these communication skills, and it's very, very interesting to see how far it goes to literally learn someone's name, make that connection. Because if you take the time to learn someone's name, 9 times out of 10, they appreciate it. A lot of times, we live in a quick world where people will just say, bro, dude. They'll use a lot of short verbiage and stuff like that. But when you get to know someone, you look them in the eye, you make that friendly contact, you give them a little head nod when you're walking past them and stuff like that. Those are the kind of, 100%. Those are the small things that kind of like keep us going as a society and like keep the kindness around in the world,
I like that. It's very well 100%. Said. That's a great form and just analysis of just everyday conversation. 100%. That's a great way to just break it down, and if you're out there listening, it's like we feel you as well. You know, it's okay
100%.
to maybe even not sometimes want to get
sometimes you do have to tune people out, right? Like if you're
Right,
just not
yeah.
feeling it, you're feeling a little anxious. It happens to me sometimes. Like if I'm in the grocery store, like a lot of things are going on. I'm like, all right, you know, I'm just gonna have tunnel vision, lock in, get what I need to get,
Right.
go do a little self checkout action, bada boom, bada bum. I'm out of there.
Yeah,
Easy peasy,
for
lemon
sure.
squeezy.
There you go. Yeah.
It's all about seeing the
true.
positives and things. You know, we can always look at things
Absolutely.
negatively. You know, we can always do the glass is half empty. But if you look at glass is half full, you're pointing out the positives rather than just harming on the negatives. Because what's the point? You know, the negatives are always going to be there.
Right.
You know, the negatives are always going to be there. It's all about being positive, right? Trusting yourself to have that right mindset and doing things that are going to put you in a good mood. So you're thinking only positive thoughts rather than thinking about the things that might not be going so well.
Right. Yeah, and then kind of bouncing right off of that, it's like for the things that don't go so well, so many times in our life, it's like a lot of the times it's our expectations that we've set up, like we were talking about, that we had already placed in front of us, where
100%.
we're now going to have to work around that barrier of the expectation that we placed in our own self
100%.
for something how we thought it was supposed to happen, you know. But
That's
it's very okay that, and this just happens a lot of times. You think something's going to happen one way, and you just get a curveball. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, yeah.
Like,
like
you got another at bat,
you know, I mean, hey, you might strike out, or you might just face it head on with the right mindset and just hit it out of the park.
There you go.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's really again, it's all about perspective, right? Like, yeah, heck, you might have struck out, right? But what happens with batters in baseball, right? They strike out, the next thing you know, they hit a home run. I'm like, why? Because it's like all about learning the lesson and seeing the brighter things and things. And the brighter things and things, right? Like, you know, pointing out the positives, harping on all those good things, and learning different lessons. Because really, no such thing as really losing. No such thing as really failing at yourself, right? Because really, like, that's where you learn the most, where you don't do things right.
Yeah,
if you
fail
to do things right, then you're good at something, right? You kind of are becoming, you know, a pro. You can call yourself a black belt at certain things with your expertise. But with expertise comes experience, comes mistakes, and comes, you know, lessons learned.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree. Like,
100%.
just learning from the past experiences as well. Like, you know, being able to, you're not dwelling on the past or anything like that, but you could just kind of look back sometimes, see how, you know, your thought process was. If maybe now you're in a state where, you know, you don't really have such other external pressures that might have influenced the decision in that moment. Like, you could kind of take back, you know, like I was saying, that step back, you know, see what's going on, like what went on. And it's okay. You could learn from a lot of things, but you have to choose to learn. And like, you could be influenced by a lot of other people, a lot of sources, like hear this. But at the end of the day, you're not going to make that. People won't make that decision for you.
100%.
You know what I mean? You have to have that self-motivation.
Yeah.
Like, we should all work on that self-motivation. And sometimes it's
You keep moving the table, sorry, mate.
No, it's all right. Thank you. We just need that self-motivation to push through our day-to-day.
No,
really.
for sure, brother, for sure.
It'll go a long way, you know.
No, it's for sure. It's
very helpful.
Very well said. Very well said. And it's true. Sometimes you're treading water. It's lucky, you know. And yeah, it's just 100% factual. Everything you said. We can say it a million times, but I think the perfect way to close it out is, you know, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't force the horse to drink, right?
Right. Yeah.
You can help out. You can do different things. You can kind of get there in different ways, but it's up to you to make that decision. People can lead you to that water, and you can take a sip of that water and kind of have that clarity that they were trying to give you. Yeah. But it's up to you to take a sip of that water because they're doing their part in leading you there. But if you're not listening, you're not understanding, and you're not sitting with it, you know, taking that step back like Ant's mentioning, you're doing yourself really a disservice. And it's all about what you put in this world, Absolutely. What you get out. You know, what you put in, it's what you get out. So if you're putting in that time, you're putting in that effort to figure things out, you're going to figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
100%, brother.
Everything, it's sometimes, like, I did read about this, like, kind of the reverse try method of, you know, sometimes we're just trying so hard for a certain thing to go the way that we want it to.
Yeah.
But if we kind of take the back, you know, you should take the pedal off a little bit.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And
ease off.
things will, things will fall into place
100%.
in the time that they're supposed to. You know what I mean? Sometimes when it's not going in the way that we want it to, it's like that's something that's teaching us in that moment. Maybe it's just not supposed to go down right then and there.
That's so true.
But when it does come, it'll, you know, be something that is probably super beneficial, and anything could be beneficial. You know, anything that goes wrong, you could still learn from, which 100%. It takes time to work on that, and, you know, depending on the severity of things that do happen, it's going to be a little bit harder. But yeah,
it might be more cumbersome at times than other times. But it reminds me of that mantra that you were saying at one point in time, what is meant for me won't pass me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's so true. That's just a testament to
still
that
hold
saying
on to
right
that
there.
for sure.
Yeah, that's a very good mantra. Mantras are important.
What is for me will not pass.
Yeah, mantras. I think mantras are important.
Absolutely.
Journaling is important. I think meditation is so important.
Right.
I'll hold myself accountable. I'll say right now on the pod, I can do a little bit better getting back to my meditation. Had a nice little routine at the end of the school year last year, going around meditating
my own
and stuff.
self too. Yeah.
Yeah,
we could all always kind of give ourselves some more time. That
not a promotion, not a connection with the app at all, but Insight Timer, great app. A lot of great meditations, a lot of great
Insight
people
Timer,
on
if
there.
you want to sponsor us one day,
Hey,
we got you.
We got you. But really, no plug or anything like that. It's just something that we use that we feel like, we got to put you guys onto. That's the whole point of this podcast, right? Is kind of, giving our insight. And, so we obviously, like we say always with the disclaimer, these are things that, are working for us. And we want to kind of spread the word. Because honestly, it's kind of just some general things that really, if you take bits and pieces for yourself, you don't have to go into this whole vegan diet. You can try things here and there. You can try some tofu for the first time. You could try a little vegan pizza for the first time. Yeah. Open your mind to trying different things, right? And then also along the way, with the workout tips, everybody has their different fitness goals. The things and the tips that we provide are for you to take bits and pieces that apply to you and to create the best version of yourself. So with that Insight Timer app, 100%, dude. With that Insight Timer app, got great meditations. If you like to have some noise while you're doing some stuff, they got some nice little songs that you can play as well. And they got some good natural noises that you can fall asleep to if you want to fall asleep to a little thunderstorm, some waves crashing on the beach.
Shoot, I'll personally say I'll be listening to just water hitting bamboo or something like that. It's actually very
like a rainforest kind of vibe.
Yeah,
that's sick.
That's one of my favorite things to actually knock out too. It's even funny once I play that music, it's my mind is ready to. It knows it's we're about to go to sleep type.
That's nice.
Type of vibe. It's interesting.
That's a testament to routine.
Right. Yeah. I've definitely been doing. I do that every night. And
that's brilliant. You know what's also and I hear this a lot on other podcasts and stuff. But just bringing it in real quick before because I do want to switch and kind of shift into some things that we've been adding to the diet. Really, how we've been kind of maneuvering the vegan diet lately compared to how we did it at the beginning.
Some stuff with stuff.
Yeah. But rather the night routine, incorporating less blue light and like you do, with the music, getting your mind ready to go to sleep so that you can actually have a good night's rest, because that is the biggest, and like you told me, it is the most important and biggest crucial key to recovery and to seeing gains.
Yeah, you need sleep. You really do. And, sometimes we do not get enough sleep, and I hold true to that as well. We're all guilty of it, but aim for at least 6 hours. Get in 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours.
8 hours 6 hours.
Great. 8 hours.
That's a little third piece of 25. Get sleep, dude. Yeah, man,
absolutely.
I love myself a good night rest.
Yeah,
Great night's rest. I love
it gets you regenerated to go into your next day.
100%.
It's. I do think it's a very key thing. There's many studies about the benefits of sleeping.
Do some research.
Anything that I kind of find, I'll
we can bring it to another
make
pod,
a little short for you guys real quick.
We can even do a deep dive into do it like sleep and different statistics and different things. Yeah, we can definitely do a deep dive on that. That'd be sweet.
Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. Episode planning.
Yeah, 100%. But just kind of ballparking and around the thing it's saying it's very important, and there's a lot of great studies on it, and we'll definitely dive into it. But,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, with the vegan diet, it's kind of when you dive in at first, you don't really know too much. And one of the things that we kind of did at the beginning was we had a lot of frozens. Mm-hmm. Did a lot of the vegan frozen stuff, some nuggets, some tenders, some burgers and stuff like that. We still have some of them here and there.
But we found better ones too. That's the thing.
Yeah, that too. We have found more healthy frozen, but we've also expanded the diet as well. We've also expanded the palate. We've incorporated a lot more greens, a lot more veggies. Yes. I myself have been loving eating sweet peppers. I think they're delicious. Ant really was the one I call Ant the tofu master, because this dude put me on to the best way to make tofu. You cut it up nice and thin.
There you go.
You season the bejesus out of it with your favorite seasonings. Me personally, I like throwing a little bit of salt. Pink Himalayan salt, by the way. You gotta do the little healthy stuff. Pink Himalayan is a lot better than that. I think it's ionized or something like that. I don't remember the word. Something with an I. Don't hold me to it.
That's just what they say for salt.
100%, right? A little bit of pepper, right? A little bit of, a little bit of black pepper, sorry. A little bit of cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
If I got a couple pepper flakes, I'll throw some pepper flakes on there. A little bit of onion powder. I don't think there's a Cajun seasoning on the tofu. Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I'll try that out.
Try that out next time.
You heard it here first. I'll throw a little bit of Cajun seasoning on that next time. I like throwing the Cajun seasoning on some fries. Cutting up some nice red potatoes, some russet potatoes. Ooh-wee. And the biggest thing, game changer in your life. If you don't have an air fryer, I highly, highly recommend getting an air fryer. One. Yes, treat yourself. Treat yourself. Almost finished watching Parks and Rec. That's a fire show. Get back to you guys when I finish it, but treat yourself. It's important, honestly. Yes, it is important to treat yourself, but on the sidebar, getting back to it, air fryers, they're clutch. They're seeming more readily available. They're seeming at a decent rate, but they're getting a little bit more affordable. Yeah. So if you can get an air fryer, make some tofu, make yourself some fries rather than buying a bag of fries. And that's okay to buy a bag of fries that are frozen every now and then. Hey, I'm lazy. I love myself some supermarket, steak fries. But cooking yourself a nice little meal, getting off of the frozen, right? Cooking it up ourselves, doing things that are high in protein, Satan meat. Some of it comes seasoned.
Yes, that's one of the highest sources of plant protein that you could actually have.
Like
it's actually number one on the list. It goes like seitan, tempeh. You got like tofu.
That's not the one that you were telling me about. Tempeh. That's the one you
oh my gosh, yeah. There's one that comes like buffalo tempeh.
Buffalo seasoning
stuff. And
it's fire, right?
Yeah.
I have to try
even in like a foreshadowing sense, like I would love to be able to give like a day of grocery shopping.
No, we'll do that. That's we'll do. Next episode we can say it right here. We can do like a little half sleep, half grocery episode, kind of diving into two topics. That'd be interesting.
Get out there, show some cool footage.
We'll do a vlog. We'll do a little vlog ski. We'll do a little vlog ski of us going and grabbing some groceries, and we'll let you guys know because it's affordable. Cool. Number one, it's affordable.
Right.
Number two, it's great for you.
Yeah.
And number three, you're going to see the results. Because as important as it is to work out, it's important what you put into your body. Yeah. It's important what you put into your diet on a day-to-day basis to make sure that you are meeting yourself halfway, right? You're meeting all the work that you put in the gym right there with the work that you put in with your diet, having that discipline and that little combination, the ball I've made with my hands here, that energy, right?
Come check it out on YouTube if you
have. Yeah, come check it out on YouTube. Sorry for my people that are on the audio. I say it every episode, but I just love giving you guys a little shout out because I appreciate you. I love you guys. But anyways, like I was saying, that little ball energy that you create, beneficial, is brilliant, and it's just gonna have you feeling good. And my other little sidebar. This is something that I've incorporated for the past couple years. Drink a gallon a day. A gallon a day. Talk to my physician about it, right? They recommended to me, just drink a gallon a day, that's all you need. Because for a while I was doing like a gallon, like a half almost, but they're like, no, gallon a day is all you need, but it's good. Helps me feel great. Being hydrated is important. It's great for the skin, great for everything. Even when I'm working out, it's very crucial to drink water. Things with sugar and stuff like that, no blames, dude.
I just want to piggyback. Like one of the things I actually learned with just like when you're exercising too, and the water intake like that you have, a lot of times it's like you try to match the level of that you sweat, because that's the thing. Like you have your sweat output, and then you also want to have a specific water intake that was specific to how much sweat you lost. So 100%. It's like sometimes you might think that you need a lot more actually water than you're doing, but if you haven't worked out that day, if you haven't really lost sweat, then a lot of it could just be kind of an overload.
That's true.
But just do your own research as well. It's like I kind of just want to like dive a little bit back into like what we were saying about all these different options and things that we could dive into. It's like a lot of times there's stereotypes out there that some people you might hear. It's like, or even just kind of like your own thought process of like, oh, like why, like I would never be able to stop eating like meat or just like this type of food that I like.
Like,
what I'm saying, like
saying anything but and stuff like that.
Right,
putting your mindset to it. Right?
Yeah, no, and even just like if you're curious about it, like do your own, like do some research about it.
See what you like, what you don't like. You know yourself. You know you better than.
Absolutely, yeah.
Excuse me, you know you better than anyone knows you, right? So you gotta find your flow. You gotta find that ebb and flow. What makes you happy, and really, just what makes you vibe. Honestly, there's no point in doing things that are gonna make you mad. I know everybody listening. You might be on your way to work. You might just be vibing. You might be at the gym. We all know you work hard. Keep on working hard.
Keep on working hard.
We know y'all are out there grinding.
Give yourself some self-love as well. Be proud of the things that you do. Yeah, the credit that it's not easy to do something. Like if you have something to do, like you could very well not do it.
Yeah,
but if you get through it,
you do it.
You go through it. You know what I'm saying? You go hard or go home. You know what I mean?
100%. And when you work hard, you damn well gotta play hard.
Okay, yeah. I was wondering if I got it out. Play hard.
No, we got the saying right there. You gotta play hard. It's true. And
you work hard.
That's fun. It's all, yeah, dude. You know, we had a fun time in the pool the other day, hanging out, vibing, playing a couple games of 2v2 football. We just, you know, the greatest thing is like ever since we were like Aunt and I were youngins, we've always like been like mad creative with just like making up games. Cause like we've always kind of been like the brothers that kind of have to keep each other entertained. It's like you only got you and the bro. All right, bro. Yeah. What are we gonna do? So we just figure out games.
Just
like,
random.
Dude, we would throw socks in baskets with laundry.
Right.
We play like 1v1 soccer in the garage trying to make each other. And
even just in the living room, one of my favorite games is just like having we had a bin in the middle of the living room and we were just going what was created as bin ball. No. Where we were playing with the soccer ball and just literally kicking from different angles, just trying to get it into the bin. Yeah. Like it's just some random stuff like that. Just like literally, just like different things that you can just do for your own fun, your own liking and stuff like that. Yeah, just go for it. Like, you know what? Don't have any doubt either if like someone is like hating on like the stuff that you like to do. It's like don't change what you like for another person's perspective 100%. Just because they don't like it or see it the way that you do. It's like, okay, are they in your mind? No, you know what I mean? Like stay in your mind, do what you like to do. Like this is your message right there to just keep going. You know what I mean? This is your disclaimer.
This is it's your warning shot. It's your shout out. It's the message that you needed to hear. That like, you're good.
Yeah.
All right. Do things that make you happy. Screw the judgment. Stay true to yourself. Right. We stay true to this. We're not new to this.
You dang right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all I'm saying.
We gotta just do what makes us happy and have fun at the end of the day. And you got those things that you like. If you like gaming, if you like hanging out, if you like hitting the gym, if you like going and playing some soccer, some footy, do it.
Do it.
Do it. Go out and have some fun.
Feel it. Believe it.
Yeah, but really kind of before we wrap up, always wrapping up with a little footy minute.
Yep.
A couple of the scars right there since our last episode. Manchester United have. This is where I like to call life a simulation. Here to my left is my brother, Anthony.
Yes.
You spell his name without the H. It's A-N-T-O-N-Y.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So now...
A-N-T-O-N-Y, that is how you spell it?
So now there's a Brazilian player. Goes by the name Anthony. No H. Has it on the back of his jersey. Now the crazy thing to me is that Ant's been a Man U fan for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been a Real
Ever since I was introduced to European soccer.
Exactly, yeah. It's been a huge Man U fan. And they've always been like, my second team because I like to support the team. The Ant supports me, it also supports me.
It was honestly, I could actually remember, it was 2011, like FIFA 11 type vibe. Like Rooney just going in. The Ferdinand days, Matic. Not Matic. I'm saying, who was I trying to say?
Berbatov?
The center back. Vidic.
Oh, Vidic. There we go. Yeah, Vidic. Yeah, what's that?
Both Serbian. Just...
Oh yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Yeah, that's a good shot. Yeah,
two Serbian legends.
Yeah, two Serbian legends.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh,
Man U have acquired.
Okay, yeah, no, sorry. I remember now. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Glitch in the system. So growing up, remember again, A-N-T-O-N-Y, spelled the same way. Anthony, when he played at Ajax, the team that he just came from, before he got to Manchester United, he wore the number 11. The man to my left, Anthony, the way that you spell it without the H, like I've mentioned again 3 times to this point, he wore number 11 in Little League.
Literally for years. That was my favorite number.
So it's crazy that, spelled the same way, would wear the same number that Ant wore in Little League, and now he's playing for Ant's club.
Favorite club, so now, it really is.
So now the brilliant thing is, when I go and get this brilliant man to my left a gift of a Man United jersey, I don't have to do the customization.
You sure don't.
His name's already there, Jim.
And it's a number that I love. Love that name.
And he's an absolute mad lad. But really, from one Brazilian lad to another, Vinicius
Junior, absolute animal.
The man's performing so well every single time he's scoring goals. I'm like, wife, can we name our son Vinicius? I don't even know if we're having a boy, but I'm like, yeah, can we name her Vinicius?
If we're having one, it's gotta be.
We got another name in the works. We'll see, boy or girl. We'll find out. We'll break it to you guys on the pod and all that fun stuff. We still don't know, but the wife is doing good. A lot of people have been asking and checking in on her, so I do appreciate that. It's a lot of love, a lot of great advice, a lot of fun things we've been hearing. She said 5 months, over halfway there. Very excited to become a father and all that fun stuff. But Vinicius Jr., Real Madrid, even without Benzema, this is probably the best Real Madrid team I've seen. First time they've won 8 games in a row since like the 60s.
Really?
They're insane. They're absolutely insane. The youth is there. The pace is there. Everything is there. Fed is amazing.
The passion.
The Brazilian youth is just rejuvenating. It oozes class. It's team footy at the finest. And I'm just enjoying every minute of it. And the fact that they got a nice little Champions League dub on my birthday, that's something you usually can't say because of the whole World Cup year and stuff like that. So that's been brilliant. And you know what we also got to do before we close out the epi?
Yeah.
We got to do a little, maybe like a little follow along on IG of like the World Cup sticker book. We do like a little
that would be super cool. Yeah.
We can like combine and just do one together for the pod.
Let's do it, man.
We can follow along and we can see if you guys are fans of the Panini sticker books. If you don't know what we're talking about, every year the World Cup happens. Panini, this company that does like cards and stickers, they release a sticker album for the World Cup. So Aunt and I, being young guys in Jersey, growing up on our dad's potato chip route, going into a lot of bodegas. The bodegas sold those packs. You best believe we were spending at least $5 on a couple packs and adding to that sticker book. So we've been doing that for a couple of years, and even into adulthood, we're gonna continue doing that. And that's something I want to. It'd be cool to complete a book for little baby. That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, I think we still have like since our very first one where we started doing it, and like. It happens every 4 years, so it's like it's just a cool thing where you could just build like these collections. It's just nostalgia. I actually know a couple homies as well. Like I've seen that like bought some sticker book and they're
it's like we're gonna start getting some exchanges with you homies soon. And if you're a listener and you like those, follow along. We'll maybe be doing a couple videos, a couple fun short quick videos on some openings and stuff. So that'll be lit.
Absolutely.
Quite an episode, brother. It's been lit. You are the absolute man.
You're the man.
Ladies and gents, it's been another great episode of the Plant-Based Bros. Make sure that you're giving us a follow on Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and pull up our Instagram right now. Opening up the Instagram app. Double-clicking to our profile right now. So remember, give us a follow at Plant_Based Bros. We're at 69 followers. 70th follower, we love you and appreciate you. We're out here getting up followers. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all you guys listening. We appreciate all you guys showing some love.
Thank you.
Big thanks again to our sponsor at Very Good Bakery. Instagram being Very Good Bakery _ Very Good Vegan Bakery. One of the best bakeries, if not the best, vegan bakery in Southwest Florida. We got everything. Wifey runs it. It's amazing. My birthday cake was a chocolate cake specifically from Very Good Vegan Bakery. And let me tell you,
it was great.
It was very good.
Yeah.
It was very good.
It
was very good. Ladies and gents, once again, I've been your co-host, Mies.
I've been Ant.
We love and appreciate you guys. Namaste. Have a good rest of your week for all you guys. We appreciate you guys tuning in and listening. Remember to give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe to our YouTube.
Right?
Click on all of our links. Give all us our love. Keep on showing love, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Keep on doing you.
Keep on doing you. We love you guys very much. And just keep on rocking in the free world, as Nardwar says.
Do, 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 do.